Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are only days away from what is by far my favorite collectibles pop culture event, the St. Tammany Collectors Con, happening this weekend, November 15th and 16th in Mandeville, Louisiana, at the Castine Center. Here we have their amazing advertisement here. Got a very nice lineup of guests. And as you can see here, over 150 vendors with everything from toys, comics, VHS, and video games. And what's going to make this particular show really awesome is going to be my first time vending at this con. And it'll just happen to coincide with what is by far my biggest toy consignment. My good buddy Dustin has been mulling it over, but has finally decided to part with all his childhood toys. And he's asked me to help move them. So a good majority of what he's got, I'm going to have at the show. And he's got everything from vintage Star Wars, real Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, Masters of the Universe, and a Thundercat. Yes, one Thundercat that I was surprised to find in the collection. Here we have a Lion-O, Sword of Omens, and Snarf. So the only way to get your hands on them is to come down to the show. And in case you didn't see that, it is only $30 for both days. So definitely come check it out. I quite literally have totes of loose figures, some box figures of 90s Star Wars Power of the Universe, and the reissue real Ghostbusters figures, and an assortment of other various lines. So it is so much. I can't really go over all of it, but I am going to show you the great choice pieces that I've had a pleasure of making sure they work, clean them up, and they'll be available this weekend at the show. So let's take a look. Okay, here we have two of the biggest pieces for my friend's Star Wars collection that will be available at the show. Here we have an open box from the Power of the Force line, Imperial AT-AT Walker, which does include the two drivers and all the pieces for the head, including all the rocket launchers. Now, one interesting thing about this, if you're familiar with this piece, is you know that in the middle, the batteries go inside the voice compartment, which also powers the cannon fire up front. So in this one, the cannon fire sounds do work, but for some reason, the sounds and the light in the middle don't work. So I'm hoping somebody who's interested in this piece will know how to work on it. Now over here we have what I think is a Sam's Club exclusive. We have a sealed Star Wars original trilogy, Millennium Falcon. What makes it special is the display of the 6 figures up top. Pretty nice sculpts on Chewie, Han, Luke, Obi-Wan, C-3PO, and R2-D2. The box does have a few condition issues, little scuffs around the edges, but I still think it makes a nice display piece. And I hope it'll find a new home this weekend. Here we have what is by far my two favorite pieces for my friend's collection. The two Jurassic Park play sets. Now, I was familiar with this one, but I had never seen the Lost World Electronic Mobile Command Center. Surprisingly, out of the two, it's the one missing the most pieces, even though it's not as old as this one. But all the gate is still in the box, and the exclusive figure. Now, what brings me back is the commercial for this one. I still remember the Dino Damage commercial, the T-Rex, all the dinosaurs in this command center. I used to have some of these. I remember having these two guys. I think this one came with that one. I didn't have the Triceratops, but I didn't have this playset, but I distinctly remember the commercial. And it's pretty much all there except for one of two of the missiles here. And unfortunately, the catapult doesn't work anymore. But other than that, the electronics are still pretty loud, and the light comes on which make it pretty awesome. And I wanted to show off this part. Here we have the paid KB Toy Stores sticker and the markdown sticker right here from $64.99 to $29.99. I can't even imagine getting something as awesome as this for $29.99. I think figures now alone cost that much. So if you're interested in these two pieces, they'll be available at the Mandeville, Louisiana at the St. Tammany Comic Con. Oh, also this sealed Jabba Palace from 2018 if I'm not mistaken. So hope to see you guys out.